Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing good and welcome once again to my channel. And today this video is going to be super insightful for all my subscriber and also for the people who are willing to join aviation, because in this video I am going to talk about my rejection, my failure, and how many interview did I give till this time, and what was my experience in the first interview? How did I manage to get through it, or did I not? So everything I'm going to talk about, and I'm super excited about that. I know this video can be a little bit long. This video is going to be good and you all gonna enjoy a lot and learn also, because we all make mistakes, and these mistakes are something which give you a learning experience for your future path. And as a human being, we all make mistakes. I have done a lot of mistakes in my interviews, and how did I overcome those mistakes in the next interview, and how did I did better in the next one. So this gonna be so exciting, and I'm also gonna walk back to my memory lane. And so let's begin. My first cabin crew experience, interview experience, was with Qatar Airways, and it dates back to September 2023, when I was pursuing my masters in Delhi. And I was sitting in library one day and scrolling through Instagram or some social media, I'm not sure. So I saw there is a hiring going on in Chandigarh. And I really do not have a lot of idea about that cabin crew, what is the job, and what is the interview, how does the interview works. But so I went there, I applied from the website itself, and the interview was scheduled on 27th of September. I still remember. Now I'm making the YouTube video, but that time I also used to go to these interviews and watching a lot of YouTube videos. So it took a little bit of idea that what happens. Next day was the interview, and it was raining so badly in Chandigarh during September, and I was completely wet while going to the interview venue. I reached there, I saw like thousands of people waiting outside the hotel,
So many people over here.
just for one interview. And how it's gonna be happening, I was called, it was 10 o'clock in the morning, so I went inside. I sat for a while. A recruiter came and she introduced herself and told us that this interview gonna be changing your life. Showed us a video which was amazing, of course. The cabin crew of Qatar Airways were walking around the aircraft and they were talking about their life. They're going to Rome, they're going to Italy. So the video was amazing. It will literally inspire or motivate you a lot at that point of time. So the interview started. The first round, they said that this would be a meet and greet round. So you will be coming one after another, and we'll be asking you a few questions. If you are able to answer those questions properly, we will be taking you with us. But I was seeing people around, everyone was experienced. There was a lady seated behind me. She was talking about her rejection. She got rejected 5 times by Qatar Airways, and this was her sixth time. And all kind of information was just flowing here and there in the interview spot, and I was trying to understand like what is going on, because everyone is talking about rejection, selection, and there were beautiful ladies walking around. Like, I was feeling that I literally came for a pageant. And everyone was so well polished, talking so amazing, groomed so well. And to be honest, I had an inferiority complex at that point of time. I was like, I'm not gonna make it. I literally made my mind there that I'm not gonna make it. I was feeling super, I was comparing myself with them, and I was thinking, maybe I'm not enough, I'm not good enough. So that was the thing which, you know, helped me to get rejected, I would say. Because I was literally comparing myself with everyone, and The moment the interview started, I went inside. There were three ladies sitting with a chair and a table, and I went in front of the lady, and that time I had a broken tooth. So that was literally visible. It was here. And I talked with her, and she told me that you have a broken tooth, and did you have any accident in your childhood? I was like, yeah, I was playing with my brother and it got broken. So she was like, okay, no worries. If you make it somehow, because it seems when you talk to someone your tooth is broken, it doesn't look good. If you correct it, we'll be happy to interview you once again. And I understood that it is a clear rejection on face, that because of my appearance, on my, like, the facial appearance. So I understood, okay, so it's not going to be happening like that. The immediately I came back to the room. Of course, I would not be talking in detail about my emotion, what I was going through. Of course, I was feeling bad because I never faced rejection in my college, because I was doing my hotel management in my bachelor's, and all the interviews wherever I went, I was always the one getting selected. So it was like, oh my god, I just got rejected because of a broken tooth. Is that even real? No, I cannot take this rejection. So I went back, and on the same day, I remember I applied for Vistara uh, in the hotel itself, and it was September, and I applied for Vistara, I applied for Emirates, I applied for a lot of other Air Asia, Air India, and all. That time they were hiring in a very smooth flow. And guess what? I got an invitation from Vistara again, and this time the interview was at Mumbai, and now I was in Delhi. And I was like, I already. Okay, so long story short, I came back to Delhi and I went to a dentist and made my tooth proper. So they crowned my tooth with an artificial one, and see, it's now perfect. So after that, I went to Vistara interview at Mumbai, and this time also the crowd was, I mean, too much of crowd, a bunch of people, bunch of ladies. They were experienced, they were fresher, very good looking people, and smart ladies everywhere around, extremely polished. But this time I was a bit confident, because I had made my tooth proper. And if you work on your areas of improvement, and when you make it proper, then you feel a lot of confidence in yourself. So that thing happened inside me, and this time there were three rounds in the Vistara interview. The first round was height, weight, and BMI. So the timing was, they called at 9 o'clock, but I reached the interview spot around 8 o'clock. And at 8 o'clock itself, they started giving the token, and I took it. My number was 39. Yeah, 39 or something, 27, something around that. So I waited for a while. I sat, the recruiter came, they introduced themselves and talked about the interview procedure. So the first round was the height check and the BMI. So this round was pretty easier for me, because I knew my weight was within the mark, and my BMI was also within 25. So somehow I cleared the first round. After that, the second round was with uh, it was a group discussion, but not a group discussion like that, but a group interaction, because there were around 12, 13 people seated in a room, and it was like a conference room. There was a recruiter. I know her, like, after working in Vistara, obviously I knew her, but before that I didn't know her. So she was seated there, and she told us that, guys, please introduce yourself. And the thing was, when you introduce yourself, she would ask a few questions out of the introduction which you were giving. So I introduced myself. I talked about my internship experience because I did not work in any hotel. I just had done a few internship in few different departments for a few time. So I talked about that, and she was like, okay, so what have you done? What was your job role? So I talked about that, and I was very clear. I was talking in a very loud tone and also very confident that so it was a good experience for me. So out of 12 people, they selected four candidates, if I'm not wrong. So after that, we had another round, which was with the head of cabin crew. Um, he was also amazing, and he took my final round. And final round was all about your basic personal questions, like personal one-on-one interview. They asked me that introduce yourself. Also asked about my hotel experience. Also, asked me, why do you want to join Vistara? Like the basic questions generally an interviewer asks you, like why do you want to join, why cabin crew, why aviation. So all these questions was asked, and yeah, we were done for the day. And later he told me that you can go to the next gentleman. He was doing the documentation, and he will let you know that you're selected or not. So I went there, and that was 30th of October. 30th of October or 29th of October, I'm not sure. So I gave my Aadhaar card to the gentleman, and he told me that, oh my god, you have your birthday on 31st of October. So I'm gonna give you the best gift for your birthday. So you were selected. I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. That means a lot. And he's like, congratulations, you're now with us. So the next round was some medical checkups. It was if you are selected as a cabin crew, you need to undergo a few medical tests, which are done for the validation from DGCA. So it was done there, and they asked me that once you go back to your hometown, we will schedule you a date to come to that center and give your blood sample. So it was like that, and after a few days, I got my joining offer letter, and that was my second experience. And so I gave my interview in October, and then in February, I had my joining from March because I was doing my college that time, so was not able to join the company that time. So, I always have this kind of mentality that, okay, let's not sit idle. Let's go and try. You never know. Like, keep on working always. Like, I don't want to be stuck in one area. Like, okay, I have achieved this, so I'm stuck. No, I feel very stuck. I feel like, okay, I'm done with this. I'll go and try with the other one. So my joining was in March 2023, and February, in the month of February, Qatar Airways again was hiring in India at Delhi. And I was like, okay, let's go and try because I'm going to be graduating in the month of March. So why not trying with Qatar Airways? If I'm able to make it, then I'll go there. I'll not join Vistara. So I went this time, and this time I was, a bit confident. Like 60-40 confidence was there because I know the amount of crowd which comes there. So this time I went. I cleared the meet and greet. It was easy for me. I went inside. I talked with the interviewer, how are you, and all. This time I learned that you need to break the ice at the first moment. You cannot go and just stand. You need to talk with the person, like, because they are also human being, right? They are also interviewing so many people. They also have emotions. They're not robots. So this time I went inside and I asked her, how are you doing, ma'am? How was your flight? Was it hectic? Did you land today or yesterday? So she got very happy with me asking all these questions, and she didn't even ask me a single question. She was like, I can see your height, you can easily reach that. So you're invited for the next day, which is the assessment day, and you should come by this time and all. So I was so happy because last time I could not make it from that round, and this time I got the invitation for the next day, and I was literally in the cloud nine. And I went back, while coming back, I went to Delhi Hat, and that was my favorite spot in Delhi. So I used to go there a lot, and I came back. Next day I went. It was the assessment day, and the assessment day was also very easy. There was one English round, English test, and after that we had a card declaration round. So I cleared both of those rounds, and the next day was the final round, final interview. Final interview, I went. My timing was at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now I will tell you the tragedy what happened. So, I cannot eat before my interview because I feel very pukish, and I just cannot swallow anything before my interview because a lot of anxiety, emotions work together. So I cannot eat. So I did not eat a single meal from the morning, and I went for my interview at 3 o'clock. It was scheduled at 3 o'clock, so I went there by 2, and they were late. So the people who were supposed to be interviewed at 1 o'clock, uh, they were still interviewing them at 3 o'clock because there were two slots like reappearing candidates and fresh candidates. So I was like, okay, so this is gonna take a lot of time. And now when we were sitting outside, there were people who were talking about their experience that they like out of 15 people, I was the only one who was fresher, and apart from everyone was either working with Vistara or SpiceJet or Air India, Indigo. So they were all talking that I have my flight tomorrow, I have this, I have that. So there again I started comparing myself that, oh my god, all of them are so experienced, like 3 years, 4 years with Indian Airlines, and I am a fresher. How will I be able to make it? So, and also I did not eat from the morning, and I literally had no energy till the time, by that time. So that was the biggest mistake I made. And when my turn came, I went inside and I got very nervous. I don't know why. I got super nervous. And also, I was not able to, like, the HR was asking me one question. I was answering some other question, some other answers. I was talking. And you know what? I always get that instinct from myself that if I am satisfied with the interview or not. And I was really extremely satisfied with the last 2 days of interview, what I have performed. But that day, I was like, okay, I am lacking something. It was not going the way I wanted it would. So I knew it was not going to be my day, and I'm not going to make it. And that thing happened. We made a WhatsApp group out of so many people, and we, the Qatar Airways generally send the mail for blue background picture. So eventually, everyone got their blue background picture mail, but a few did not, and I was one of the few. So I was so sad. I was disheartened, like something that, and I understood that maybe they're giving priority to the experienced guys. Of course, they give. Now I'll tell you, of course, they give. And but no, it's not like I was also lacking in my area also. So that's how it went. I came back and I thought that, okay, let's not try again because I have my joining in March, and let's be a little bit more loyal and go and join Vistara. So I joined Vistara and I worked there. It was a good experience. It was a nice experience for me to work with Vistara. It was because in India, Indian aviation, the only problem is your salary. If you get a good salary in Indian aviation, I mean, that's the best place to work. So after that, working for around 1 year, I applied again for Qatar Airways. Uh, and my interview was on 2024, like after 1 year. And this time I was very confident with myself. You know, after working while as a cabin crew, you can feel that change in yourself, that now this time I did not prepare. I did not think that what I'm gonna say, because now I have worked, now I know how the system works. If someone asks me that how did you handle an angry passenger or a customer, I will not be making a story in my head. Rather, I would be saying an experience of mine which I have already faced in the flight. So this time the game was pretty easier for me. So, and thankfully I got through this time, 2024, in the January I gave the interview. This time the first round was very easier for me. I went inside, the same thing happened. I talked with the person. She was really nice, she was Romanian, and I asked her, how did you try? Did you go anywhere in Kolkata? And she was so happy. She was asking me that, where are you working? And she did not ask me any question about Vistara. The second day was the same assessment and then the SCAR declaration. And the final round was also good. This time also people were talking a lot, but I did not hear a single thing, because this time I knew that I can do it. And I was very confident. I was very confident with myself. I was not questioning myself, because you cannot achieve anything if you keep on, question your own worth, and if you keep on comparing yourself with other people. You know, if there are two flowers in a garden, one is a rose and the other one is a lily. So you cannot compare the lily with a rose, because two are different. Two people can be different. Two stories might be different. So this time I had this confidence in myself that, okay, if I get rejected, I have this job. If I'm not, it's okay. So in both the way, it's a win-win situation for me. I can learn again and I can come back. There is nothing like that I cannot apply once again. So that made me very grounded, and that made me very confident also. So everything went well, and yeah, these are the experiences I had. And of course, mistakes we all make, but we learn from the mistakes, and with time to time we advance ourselves, we become upskilled, and that's how we do it. And that's all. Thank you. I hope you liked my experience. And if you have any question, if you have any doubts, just let me know in the comment section. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and love me. Thank you so much.